please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, get that shine. Hey, Bulldogs. No, don't adjust your screen. Mr. B's bald spot hasn't grown that much in 1 week. I'm Mr. Riso.
And I'm Andrew Larossi, and this is Code Blue.
That intro was a nod to the softball team, who plays today after school at 4 p.m. right here on campus.
Let's take a look at how the team is feeling headed into their matchup with Case. Welcome to This Week in Sports. The softball team finished their season with a solid 15-5 record. Now they're beginning to gear up for a push through the tourney. The first game is today against Case. Let's see what some of the players think after a solid season.
It was very exciting because our team made it. Me personally, I think it went very well because my batting improved as the season went on. The team as a whole went very well because we were able to pull out good wins even if we were down.
It was very rewarding because I've been on the team for a few years and that's been like our main goal. So it was really cool too. But I improved a lot hitting, fielding, I've learned more. So that's always good. We've been together for a few years, so we know how we all work together. The 7th and 8th graders are really, really good. When they grow up, they're going to have a nasty team.
After finishing out as co-champions of the Mayflower League, the team is looking to capitalize on their momentum in their push to the tourney. That was sports. Back to you in the studio. Finals are coming up next week. On Monday, students will take finals for their Period 1 and 2 classes. On Tuesday, they'll take finals for their Period 3 and 4 classes. And finally, on Wednesday, it's Period 5 and 6. Remember, all those days are half days as well.
So with that in mind, George Starr, the recipient of the CAMI Award for Best On-Camera Personality, asked some students about their thoughts on finals.
Holy Mr. Gorman, this school year has crept up on us like that one Jason Momoa meme. Yeah, when I put this image up, it's probably going to be extremely blurry, like all of the images that I put up. Thanks, Google Images. So, finals are just around the corner. Us sophomores have the basic math, English, history, probably Spanish, and the bio final. I strangely don't remember if we had a physics final when I was a freshman, but physics wasn't that bad, so don't assume the worst. Juniors, sorry, the only thing I know about juniors is that they're not seniors, and maybe you take chemistry. So if those AP classes have finals, good luck. And lastly, the seniors. Just kidding, they're gone and already finished their finals. Well, most of them. I'll try and ask some people, mostly from my grade because no one else likes me, about their upcoming doom. Their finals.
I actually am not that scared. I'm glad Miss Toy's been going over it a lot, and there's some teachers who I wish would just go over it already.
I think they're going to be hard because it's not that I barely learned anything this year, it's just the work was like kind of bland.
I'm kind of stressed, for history because I'm failing that class.
Honestly, I think the only final that I'm going to pass is Miss Wilson's.
I'm dropping out before finals because this school stuff ain't for me. Don't be like me.
I'm not too worried about it, but it's just like maybe 2-3 classes that I'm like, yes, like 2-3 classes that I'm scared to take.
I gotta say Riso, because Riso, I don't know what's good with Julius Caesar. I still don't know anything about it.
History. Sorry, Miss A.
I would say history and English.
Riso's, because
history and chemistry.
Chemistry, history, that's it.
Oh, psychology.
I've been saying Kelly so much. Oh, thanks to everyone who let me bother them for that interviews, and good luck on the finals, everyone, except Matt Messina. Hope he fails. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Georgie. But what in tarnation is a CAMI Award?
It's the awards given out by HCHM, the Video Production Club, at the end of the school year. Speaking of accomplishments, the seniors were awarded their high school diplomas at graduation on June 1st.
Before the graduation, seniors were treated to a glorious breakfast. Let's take a look at some of their thoughts and possible plans for the future.
How does it feel to graduate, big man?
It feels pretty good to graduate. It's been a long time coming. I'm really ready to kind of head out and start my new adventure, a new chapter of the book.
What are your plans for the future?
I'm going to Rhode Island School of Design for 4 years for a bachelor degree in fine arts in video and animation.
I'm very excited. It's kind of bittersweet, too. I mean, I'm going to miss Holbrook, but I'm excited to move on with my life.
What are your plans for the future?
So next year I'm going to Suffolk and playing softball, and then hopefully down the line I can become a lawyer. That's the goal.
It feels good.
What are your plans for the future?
I will be attending Massasoit for 2 years, and then I will be transferring to Florida.
It's kind of crazy. It's exciting, but also really scary.
What are your plans for the future?
I'm going to Fitchburg State for elementary education.
I'm actually pretty excited. It's pretty cool. These past few days where I've been out of school has been so stress-free. No type of issues, but I did become a lot more lazy. Feels good to come home and sleep instead of doing homework. Shout out to you, Miss McDonough.
What are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, I want to get into the mechanics field, somewhere in there, work with cars and everything. And then later on in life, once I get my license for that, I kind of want to go into plumbing, which my uncle's a plumber, so it should be easier to get into there. And then be able to fix my car and my house and make money. All I'm saying.
I forgot I had lipstick on.
How does it feel to graduate, Thomas?
It's feeling really good. I'm finally free from school,
What are your plans for the future?
So I'm going to UMass Boston for computer science, IT.
Congratulations to the seniors on a great career here and hopefully an even better one in the future.
Indeed. Good luck to all of you, except for Aiden, my adopted son, whom I have now disowned upon learning that his Riso shirt really just said RISD. It's very deflating.
Speaking of Aiden, remember when Gorman snapped his fingers and the lights went out? Well, Aiden and Chuck have been looking into it for weeks. Let's see how their investigation went.
All right, Chuck, I gotta be at work in 10 minutes. What do you want?
So, remember that bit I made of Mr. Gorman, turning off the lights with a snap?
Yeah, that was the best bit of the year.
You thought it was a bit? Oh my God, isn't it beautiful?
How long has this been here?
Since last week.
And no one noticed?
I mean, you guys use the same gray curtain every time!
All right, critiques about my show aside, what is all this?
Well, it's about Zach, Adam Sandler, the fighter, all of his quotes!
Chuck, this is insane.
This is my life's work, Aiden!
I thought you were only at this for a week.
What difference does it make, Aiden? I've been working on this for a week, practically my whole life! I'm this close to blowing this whole operation!
Chuck, why don't we just go work on Did You Know? Just get your mind off everything, all right? Why don't you just go work on Did You Know?
Did you know? Code blue! Code blue! Not you! I've been missing it. This is what I've been missing all along. Aiden! Where is he? Where is he? Oh my God. Where is this? Where is Aiden? Where's Aiden? Have you seen Aiden?
What? No.
Where's Aiden? Aiden! Where is he? Aiden! 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 Where are you?
Had to keep digging, didn't you?
Why? Why, Aiden?
Doesn't matter. He'll be gone soon anyways.
Hello? Hello? Where are you guys?
Well, that was interesting. Mr. Gorman has a lot of explaining to do at the next local HCFL meeting. Hair chins for life.
Okay, well, moving on from that, let's take a look at Savannah Natalie's 5 fat animal facts with this week about the red panda.
Look. Whoa. Hi. Hi. I'm Natalie.
I'm Savannah.
So this week's episode is Red Pandas.
George.
George.
Hi.
It's George Jr. Featuring George Starr.
Fact number 1. Red pandas have a false thumb. It's really an extended wrist. Fact number 2. Red pandas are generally quiet animals. Shh. Though they do communicate with whistles, grunts, hisses, quacks. Much like that. Fact number 3. There's only about 10,000 left in the wild, so they're pretty endangered.
Take the tissues.
I'm so sad!
Fact number 4. Their Harris is Jaquiz's favorite animal. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. Fact number 5. Firefox is actually named after the red panda. Ooh, Holbrook Specialty House Pizza. Let's get some of that.
That's a big spider!
Thanks for watching. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalie and Savannah.
Attention juniors! The first chance to get your senior portrait taken will be this Monday, June 10th, between the hours of 2:15 and 8 p.m. You should have received information in the mail regarding scheduling an appointment. You must confirm your portrait sitting online at prestigeportraits.com. For any questions regarding senior portraits, please see Mrs. Morgan as soon as possible.
Now to see what you didn't know with Chuck LaRossi.
I guess I can't be here.
This doesn't seem right. Did you know that dogs' eyes contain a special membrane called tapetum lucidum, which allows them to see in the dark? Man, that's interesting. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Chuck. Attention, all art students. Whether you had an art in the first half of the year or the second half of the year, come and pick up your portfolios and artwork from the art rooms. We will not store anything over the summer. Thank you.
Now we'll cap it all off with a student government election follow-up with our very own Matt Messina.
Well, the voting for the Holbrook Middle High School ended on Friday, and unfortunately, I didn't get written in as secretary. For this segment, however, I'm only going to touch upon the vice president and president for the sake of time. Let's be honest, we all need to study for finals, fellas. That period 3 is really messing you up. I asked these students how they're going to raise funds for the class.
What I want to do is to do fundraisers. That's what we're planning on doing, and selling a bunch of goods so we can get money.
By selling things and doing the concessions.
As the junior class next year, we will be able to sell Hilliard's bars, which raise a lot of money for the class, as well as doing concessions during the football season, and hopefully we will be hosting a bottle can drive.
I plan on raising funds by the fundraisers that we already have in place that are just kind of the standard ones that each class does every year, but I also want to include new ones so that way the grade can have more money so that we have less dues to pay during senior week and that we have more money in our account.
We're just going to do some fun fundraisers that involve everybody and maybe the JFK kids to get them interacted with the older kids and make them feel safe.
With the use of social media, I can communicate to a lot of people in my class and hopefully try to get them involved.
I also asked what their biggest ambition is for this year.
One of my biggest ambitions is kind of to help out planning prom, because prom is junior year, which is the year after sophomore year, so I'm really excited for talking about that, and homecoming.
To make sure that we get more college tours and that the 11th grade is more ready for college and their jobs.
My biggest ambition is probably figure out everything for prom, because that's a huge part of our junior year, and I'm really excited to tackle it with everyone in our class.
My ambitions as senior class president are to make sure that we have an amazing senior year, which is both stress-free as possible and fun, so that we'll have a great senior week. Graduation will be something to remember, and we'll have even more events throughout the school year that will make it more fun, so that way we're not just dreading and waiting to get out.
My biggest ambition is to get graduation outside on the turf field instead of inside of the cramped gym.
Most of all, I asked how they're going to include other students in decisions.
I consider myself to be pretty close with a lot of the people in my grade, so I definitely want to talk to them, ask them how they feel about certain situations and if they have any ideas, and I want to just include everybody.
By asking them what they want to do and by taking votes.
So we have created multiple social media pages as well as a classroom page for the class of 2021 where updates will be made constantly, and we hope to get it on announcements and Code Blue to announce future meetings, fundraisers, etc.
I want kids who aren't normally involved in student government to be involved because I think it makes it more fun when you have more opinions and you can do different things that people like myself wouldn't think of that people on the outside do.
My biggest ambition is getting more people involved in our grade, and I want them to push themselves and be part of student council and bring awesome ideas to us as the class advisor so we can make them a reality.
Thank you for the 9th graders that voted for me for president, and I'm excited for sophomore year.
I am looking forward to a great year with the class of 2021.
Well, that was certainly a great segment. Thanks, Matthew. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Matt, and good luck to all the class officers.
The junior class went to Newport to check out some of the mansions. Let's take a look at how the trip went.
What's poppin', Holbrook High? It's your boy Lil Doozy. We're at my house right now, MTV Cribs, Newport Mansions. You see the background right now. I'm gonna go around show y'all what's poppin'. I'm with Alex. I'm gonna ask him a few questions. So, what have you seen so far?
So today I've seen so far I think the first one was the Vanderbilt Mansion, and the second one was the Rose Cliff Mansion. Both very elegant, very cool, very big pieces of history. It's pretty dope to look at.
I'm with 100 goal scorer Ryolomil Kokrenikis. Riley, what was the coolest thing you've seen so far?
The coolest thing I've seen, honestly, the bathtubs in the mansions. I think they're kind of cool looking, not gonna lie. And they have butt baths just for your lower back and your butt after you got off your horse in the olden times.
So Miss Selby, why did you choose this field trip?
Well, because we just wrapped up our unit on The Great Gatsby. And if anyone's familiar with The Great Gatsby, they know that not the film version with Leonardo DiCaprio, but the previous one, which you all will watch, they used this mansion as the setting for Gatsby's estate. And also it kind of makes the book come alive for you guys. Would you agree with that? Kind of makes it come alive?
I like the book. It was my favorite book this year. How do you feel that it's your last time here?
I feel sad. This is probably my 8th trip to Newport. All good things must come to an end, right?
But you're glad that it's with me and Duggan.
I was just going to say, if I had to go out with a class, be at this class with Duggan and Zach.
Class of 2020. Picture, group picture. We're doing a group picture. Group picture. This mic isn't working anymore.
Why is it not working anymore?
The batteries are dead. The batteries are dead. The batteries.
3, 2, 1.
We're hungry. We're all hungry. After this picture, I think we're eating lunch. It's about a smack. My mom made me a sandwich. She brought me Pringles. I got 2 mini Hawaiian punches. I got water. I got Sour Patch Kids. That's finna smack.
It's your boy Lil Doozy, Duggan behind the camera, and we out.
That looked like a lot of fun. Thanks and congratulations to Mrs. Selby on helping run the trip for almost a decade.
She always was willing to give a helping hand.
Again, make sure to come out at 4 o'clock today to catch the softball game against Case.
Make sure to support the Bulldogs in their first tourney game.
This has been fun, and I'm sure everyone watching can agree that I did a better job than Mr. B. I'm Mr. Riso.
And I'm Andrew LaRossi. Make sure to tune in next week. This isn't our last episode. See you then.